Pokemonification is a word that would probably get you removed from a Scrabble tournament. Not just because it's 16 letters and as such longer than an actual Scrabble board. But it really only has meaning to people like us, people who have witnessed any and every gaming concept attempting to bend itself over backward in order to include collectible, usually tradable doohickeys spread oftentimes over two separate versions of the game in a brazen money-making ploy. Bomberman's done it, Mega Man's done it, series not nearly as venerable have done it too. And now Sunrise, home to a stable of giant robots and associated properties, are getting into the action with the Game Boy Advance entry in their Autobots series, featuring those lovable ball-shaped robot mabobs who are actually other giant robots holographically projected? Wait, what? If you're unable to see the screen clearly and thought for a moment that this was some flavor of Pokemon instead of a massive crossover RPG tying together everything from Galgaigar to the Big O, well, that'd be totally understandable because holy Magikarp does that look like some desperate attempt at a Pokemon game. Though the attack, defense, speed stat displays are rather welcome. It's one-on-one battling action as you wander through dungeons and encounter inexplicable Grey Haro spoiling for a fight. Each robot holographic projection style your Haro takes on comes equipped with 3 attacks, 2 of which cost some amount of energy points, while a 4th attack is available only when your EX power bar down there fills up. Unfortunately, if you were expecting some huge, shiny special effect-laden attack, in other words, if you were conditioned by the Super Robot Wars series, then you're out of luck. You get a couple beams of light and a screen-dimming effect, and then the same sword-swinging animation all of your other attacks use. There's also some innovation in just how your robots come together, as evolution in quotation marks doesn't come via level up, but by finding items to merge your existing robots together or modify them somehow. There are also improved computer systems to give your bots a stat boost, as well as a series of formations that offer general modifications to attack, defense, and speed to your entire party. That said, there are certain balance issues I noticed that made this game, franchise recognition and all, a bit of a pain. There's a reason your starter Pokemon's level 5, well, 6 and change after your rival picks a fight with you, and it's so you can at least manage the first route without having to run back home after every other fight to heal. Here, no such luck. You're level 1 against other level 1s. If you manage to win and level up, there's no guarantee you're going to survive the next fight. Pokemonification can be a good thing, if you do it right. Unfortunately, Autobots seems to still have a lesson or two to learn. But as always, we thank Felicity in Worcestershire for her contribution to Strange Anime License Friday.